Yeah, I used to like buying them as a kid. Over here, the cones had a big chunk of chocolate at the bottom. I don't think that's as good, Baz. A chewing gum is something you can keep for, like, a while afterwards, you know? It's a nice ending. Was the Scania test track? It's over in Södertälje in Sweden. South of the factory, roughly. Anyone for ice cream? Oh wait, it's just Paul. Wow, look at the frames then. Look at that. Cornetto is good with ice cream. Cornetto is an ice cream. Riga. Hang on, let's sell ice creams to Riga. It's just such a perfect tune to go with this Renault. It just matches the skin so well. I think Mrs. Frosty's going to need medical assistance shortly, though. They don't have walnut cornetas in the UK. I don't think I've ever had one, Baz. I've never seen a walnut one, I'm sure I've not. Wow, frames in Riga are a bit tanky. There's a mod that is 8K water. It is on Steam Workshop. 8K water? I don't know what you mean, Rowan. Wow, that coach left me for dead. Viennetta. I always get annoyed by Viennetta. You put Viennetta in a bowl and you get your spoon, and when you go to take like a slice of it, you press on it and it basically like, it either compresses and squashes or it just like falls apart. It doesn't do that on the advert though. On the advert it just looks like, works perfectly. But then, have you ever seen packets of crisps in an advert? Watch next time you see a crisp advert, pay particular attention to the crisp bag. You'll find that it's nothing like a normal crisp bag. It basically looks like it's been ironed. It has no creases in it whatsoever. It's like a perfectly flat crisp bag. And when you buy them in the shop, they're all creased and stuff. It's like when you go to McDonald's and you see the pictures of the burgers, and then they give you the burger, you open the box and you're like, I thought I ordered that. Would you play an ice cream van simulator? No. I wouldn't, Connor. There's something a little bit too dodgy about that. Yeah, the contents as well, Dead Mouse, are all crushed. And if you see, you know, Gary Lineker with his Walker's crisps, he's pulling these like perfect crisps out. recommend that you don't stop at junctions. That guy pulled in front of me and then stopped. It's like, wow. Should have honked. You hit a Renault with a Renault. Was that cannibalism? Next convoy's in 2 weeks, Fluke, and you need to get your application in today. Baz, little tip on the Viennetta: before cutting, shower the knife with warm water. That way you get the advert cut. Yeah, but Baz, when you get a Viennetta, it doesn't come with instructions on the box that tells you to warm the knife, does it? It's outrageous. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you wanted an ice cream, David. Maybe you sort of like, you went, oh, it's the ice cream truck, and then stopped. And then got hit by the ice cream truck. Will there ever be a highways agency sim? Who knows, Thomas? I think there's another one coming out later this year that's what's it called? Like Highway Cop Sim or something like that. Where you kind of drive along as a police officer and you arrest people and pull them over on the highway. I can't remember the name of it. You can't join the ATS convoy because you have to go to a birthday. No. You got some raspberry cake, Beth. Is it Autobahn Simulator? Possibly. Autobahn Police Simulator 2. That sounds like it, Jersek. Is it out yet? I know it comes out this year. Is it an Aerosoft one or somebody else? Not bad, Robster, thank you. Border Agency Sim looks very good. Also, I have some banana cake. Those two things in the same sentence are not related at all. It's only 80. To slow down a bit. And Sorge Logistic. You can't wait for Easter, Fluke. Why? The only thing I like about Easter really is I like one or two Cadbury's cream eggs, but that's about it. And I like the nice weather that usually comes at Easter. Razorback Rob. Oh no, not a Renault. Been driving a Renault wagon and drag all last week and forgot how awful they are. Especially as the last driver split something down the center console buttons, all sticky. Oh, spilt something. Driving again next week, I fear, around Wales, back to alert mode. Razorback, what you need to do if you're basically sharing a truck is always take a packet of wet wipes. That's what you need to do. because like the germs and stuff. Oh my god. You don't like cream eggs, C2? Wow. You like the 2 days off work, Pika? That's true. Did they do that? I know it's in the UK. Do they have on Europe and in America? Do you guys get public holidays at Easter? Because in the UK we get 2 public holidays at Easter. You get Good Friday and Easter Monday, but I don't know what you get, you know, in other countries. Jay Plays, thank you for the host there. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. Not heard from you for ages. In Hungary you do. I've not seen you streaming for ages, Jay Plays. What's been going on? Maybe I've just not caught you, but... Netrom, thank you for 35 months. Ah, you're busy at work, fair enough. One sec. Let me get a photo of my lovely truck here. My ice cream truck. Look at that. Thank you for the raid. Welcome from JPlay's stream. That's a nice picture, isn't it? Did the Renault come free with the Nokia? You have to work every Good Friday but get a day off in lieu. I should let the raiders hear the amazing truck horn. I think it's just you that wants to hear it, really, Frome. But we can play it. Here we go. So this is our ice cream truck. And this is our air horn. Jay Plays ETS has had the Nordic countries for a while. It's about to go into places like Latvia and... Oh, sorry, no. The base ETS game is going to Latvia and Lithuania and Estonia, but ProMods is already there, and ProMods has got Norway, Sweden and Finland. Squirrel has really lost it this time. Oh dear. Is this a trucking version of 7 Days to Die? I don't know, Jay Plays, have a look. Which city are you from? I'm trying to think which city. I don't know which city you're from. I don't know where you are on here. Turku, maybe? Are you further north? That's what you currently have. And then Rustmap brings in this as well. Is that Rustmap that bit, or is that? Is that ProMods or Rustmap? I know ProMods goes over to here. I can't remember if that road is ProMods or Rustmap. Between Vasa and Tampere. There's Vasa. There's Tampere. Okay. So you could go down the road to E12, but your town's not on it. There's Vasa. So your town's not on the road, but you can drive down it. Is that ProMod, that road? Yeah, so you just need to have ProMods and you can drive down there. Yeah, it's close. It's about Rob. Following on the sticky run, other plastics I attacked with wet wipes, but the buttons are absolutely stuck and can't be saved. Also curious if the horn sounds even more pathetic with the Doppler effect. It actually does. Slightly. Wait, did you put your leg down then? How are you doing that? How are you doing that? How does the biker stop without putting the leg down? It's somewhere between Turku and Helsinki. Sorry, what is Jonku? You just realised your birthday was on a different date, so I just signed up for the convoy. Wow, Dark Delta. Well, at least you can join. Pretty certain even Valentino Rossi puts his foot down. I've got a question for you guys. Anybody who's a biker will know the answer, but not everybody will know the answer. So when you're on a motorbike and you stop at the light, which foot do you put down? Your left foot or your right foot, and why? Where are we driving to? Just north of St. Petersburg. We're driving to Viborg. Left, left, right, left, middle, middle? You haven't got a middle foot. Right foot, right on the rear brake. Left foot down, right on the rear brake. Switch gear with the left one, right foot because of the shifter. Right foot because of the gearbox. Right leg so you can shift into first. Right foot, the gears are on the left. Well, the correct answer, although I'm sure not everybody does this, correct answer is left foot. Put your left foot down because your right foot sits on the brake. Left so that you can kick cyclists with your foot. Wow. Yeah, well, some of you got it. Yeah, you've also got a brake in your right hand, correct? Right foot braking, eh? You didn't like Nike on street kids, but use a dirt bike off-road. I've never owned a dirt bike. See, dirt bikes are fun, really fun, but I've never owned one. KTM 525. The problem with a supermoto, yeah, the problem with those is the engine vibration that comes through the frame is a lot. You know, if you try and ride something like a KTM or a supermoto for any length of time, like an hour or something, the vibration from the engine will just make your wrist go numb, and it'll go through your body as well. It's not great. I mean, supermoto's horrendous fun, but I wouldn't want to drive one for a long distance. Didn't remember how chill ETS2 looks to play. Got to install it at some point and blow my brains out after the work with this. Yeah, it's chill. It's not like iRacing J-Play. I can't sound the horn. It's too late now. Look, people are in bed. Yeah, well, the old Triumph slingshot as well, like the old UK bikes. It was the Japanese, I think, that brought in the whole 1 down, 3 up type gearbox arrangement. I think the British bikes, if I remember, used to be like 1 up, 3 or 4 down, something like that. And the Japanese reversed it, so the first gear was always pressed down, I think. I'm not 100% on that. You rode a 636 Ninja from Snowdonia in Wales to my Bath. Took you 6 to 7 hours. It was great fun. I used to own a 636. In fact, I had, I think I had 2 of them. One after the other. Yeah, it's a standard now, Captain Jack, but it never used to be. No, I didn't crash them. I used to go through, I used to basically trade it either every year or every 2 years, because I put that many miles on them. I used to put like, it's about, yeah, that was it. It's every 2 years I used to trade it in. I used to put about 6,000 miles a year on the bike, which meant that after 2 years it had done 12,000, which for a sports bike was considered to be quite a lot of miles. So every 2 years I would then part exit and basically get the next one. Because if I kept it for another year, like 18,000 miles on a sports bike was considered to be, that's a lot. And it would just depreciate the value. Well, it particularly is a lot of miles for a sports bike, because most people who buy those sports bikes, they only pot around in them over a weekend and that's it. Like, they just go down to the meetups and back and that's more or less it. So they generally only have like a couple of thousand miles after about 4 or 5 years. iRacing announced Rallycross and Dirt Oval World Championships. Nice. Kind of, Chris. My luck just ran out. Well, that's it, duck phobia. Like, when I used to Partex my bike in, it had a complete service history at the dealer, and the dealer was selling it, so they'd get decent money for it. They'd know it had been looked after, and it was only 2 years old. Normally, a bike with 15,000 miles is quite old. Presume we're going on the actual back of the ship here.
Happy anniversary, Nata.
Failing judgment, 10 months. So I came to enjoy ETS2 gameplay. First thing I see is a Renault and regret resubbing now, Kappa. Oh, no, I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. Right, quick ferry. Your 636 was 2003 BH1, so I had 2 years, but 4,000 on the clock. And I bought it, was only had 2k miles because a guy bought it off had it as a track bike. Local worker selling 98 CBR 600. 98. 1,500 quid. It depends if it has a service history geek. That's what I would look for. Because the problem is when bikes get it after a few years, like people service it themselves, you know. I'm not out of my mind, Matroshka. This is an ice cream paint skin. Stop showing that truck. Let them know we're leaving. That's just what you want to hear at 2 AM. Ringing through the city. Ice cream, get your ice cream. Midnight snacks. Come on, you know, the amount of people that would buy an ice cream at 2 AM, I reckon you could make a living out of that. Quick ice cream, back to bed, job's a good one. Globetroller, thank you for gifting us up to Jilku. Jilku, welcome back, sir. Well, I can do your 99 Griff, but we're all out of sprinkles, mate. Sorry. They've been quite popular today, those sprinkles. It's not summer yet. Dude, it's spring in like 2 days' time. Steve Dog, welcome to the house. Thank you for your support, Steve Dog. Can we give him a nutty welcome? Wrong lane hype. Yeah. A wild Mrs. Squirrel appeared. With a cup of tea. Thanks. What? Is Dog coming in later? Good stuff. You did a squirrel tea emote. Lol. Ow, that's hot. Let's put that over there. Nope, no P.O. Box, Rowan. Shameless Ronin, 8 months. Great to be part of the Nut House. Keep on trucking. Thank you, Ronin. Okay, that's a bit hot. When are you bringing out your own brand of tea? I'm quite happy drinking Yorkshire tea.
Welcome to the Nut House.
Pavlov, RL5, double sub hype. Pavlov, or Pavlov, welcome to the house. Thank you for your support. Molten tea hype indeed. You sick of the weather, Flug? Honestly, I'm pretty fed up of it as well. I just hope my flying lesson doesn't get cancelled this week because of the weather. Why do you say thanks instead of thanks? It's just a thing, David, you know? Thanks. Squirrel's nutty tea. don't know, diesel power. I don't know where he go. What's wrong with saying thanks anyway? Nah, we've got plenty of fuel. We've got a quarter of a tank. Do I still have time to sign up for the convoy? Yes, you do, Joku. You got a few hours left. I normally say thanks and thank you, but Mrs. Squirrel will say thanks. It's just a thing. Will I be doing videos on pure farming? Negative. The pattern is full. Sloppy English dialect. It's not. It's just a bit of fun. There are some people that say something. That's reasonably common. You're excited in December, you finally have your first house, Dark Delta. Nice. Do you say cheers in your area? I've said cheers for years, many years. Even put it in emails sometimes. Pacific instead of specific. Lol. I don't hear that very often. You would like to see a video on pure farming? Well, you won't be getting one off me. Twain instead of train, exactly. Why, Paul? Why what? Sorry, Marhoog. What's wrong with cheers? I don't know. Well, I'll be making a video of impure farming. You say tat instead of thanks. Yeah, a lot of people say tat. Oh, they used to be... When I was younger, I used to go to this... Like, my friend... We'd go to the corner shop. Back in my ZX Spectrum days, we'd always go... like, on Saturday nights, normally the way a Saturday would go is every morning we'd go into town. We'd go into Boots. We'd look around at the new games that had just come out. We'd buy a game usually. And then we'd go back to his... and play games all afternoon on the Spectrum. And quite often, like, I'd end up sleeping over at his or he'd sleep over at mine so we could play games till like 2, 3 AM or something like that. But when we stayed at his, there was a corner shop. And there was the guy who worked at the corner shop. Like, he came to know us really well because we'd always go there. We'd go there to buy, you know, snacks and stuff like this. We'd go there at least once on a Saturday, usually more. And he had a way of saying tar, like, and it used to make us laugh. We used to take the mick out of it because you'd pay him and then he'd give you your stuff and he'd always go ta, like that. He'd go ta. It was just this really weird way of saying tar. He'd go ta, and then we'd get outside and just laugh about it. And it was, and when somebody said tar in chat, then it just made me think of this guy. His name was Dave. Made me think of this guy who owned the corner shop because of the way he said tar. Funny, huh? It's weird how little things stick in your mind like that. Like little pocket memories. Corner shop. No, corner shop is like a... Usually, it used to be, traditionally it would be a shop on the corner of the road. You'd have like a row of houses and then the shop, like the one at the end would be a corner shop. A little shop that you buy things like a newsagent. No, you were saying tar as in thanks, yeah? TA, tar, is like a slang word for thanks. What? Crash vehicle? He literally just turned into me. What the heck? I'm going along and he like turns into me and I get fined for it. Wow. Yeah, like open all hours. That was a corner shop. A convenience store, if that's what you want to call it. We all call it a corner shop up north. Or used to anyway. Most of them have gone now. Do you know what? The headlights are not very good, are they? Over here they're called Alimentaro, which translates to food store. I take it the word like aliment, does that mean food then? Dave, it's stalac with a C. Stalactites. That was the other thing my geology teacher used to teach me. The difference between stalactites and stalagmites. One of them is spelt with a C and one of them is spelt with a G.
Aye, 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 aye.
Oh, it's a nice city. Welcome to Viborg. It's a nice skyline. Nice sunrise. It's all very peaceful here, isn't it? It's got to be time for everybody to wake up, right? Wake up to an ice cream! Come on, kids! Come and get your Magnum. Dana RST, Wikipedia says Yorkshire tea is the second most popular brand in the UK. What's the first? Probably Tetley or PG, I'd guess. Tetley's rubbish though. Don't like Tetley. PG's alright. Come on, Renault. Get that hill start. Come on, bro. Come on. There you go. You have a 99, please. No problem, MJ. As long as you don't want sprinkles, you're all good. Nah, it won't be Twinings. The masses won't be buying Twinings, dude. I don't know, David. You'll have to ask Vrome or X-Carl. I don't know where he got the link from for the air horn. No idea. Gambler, I've never bothered to get my HTV license because I don't really have a use for it. You're welcome, Jack. You can get a HTV license for like, I don't know, $2,000 and a 5-day crash course. If you really, really want it. Wow, damage penalty? What a scumbag. Let's think. Would that be when I got driven into at a junction? Probably. Having a Magnum almond that you just happen to have in the fridge. I like how much the plates light up where it says get your ice cream, but the plate at the bottom there where it says Magnum doesn't light up. How weird's that? You just took a drink of Tetley tea. It's not for me. Let's see what we got. Right. Never seen that before. What is this old man streaming? Wow. You really know how to compliment a person. K701. 19 tons. What even is that? Iron pipes. Ooh, straight down to Russia. Iron pipes to Russia. Roar.
Welcome to the nut house.
Ever driven into Finland? Actually, I think I'd rather go Finland. We've done Russia not too long ago. I think I'd rather head north if we can. Mason W4, thank you for subbing. Welcome to Nouse Mason, thank you for the nutty welcome. Appreciate the support. Wikipedia says Yorkshire tea is the second most... Oh, I read that. So what is the first? Did we work it out? Did anybody look it up? Down the Rester. What was the number one? How does your tea not go cold, Matty? I drink it before it goes cold. I think coming out of St. Petersburg, possibly. PVC flooring. The other option, of course, is to go that road. So I think I just saw one there. Instant coffee would go that way. But then I bet you every single job goes south. Apart from one, an office. I really wish that the job engine in this game, it really can't be hard for them to change this. I don't understand why they don't change it. The job engine should try to ensure that there's a variety of jobs, not just trailers, but the direction that they're going. Just so that you've got that choice when you're trying to, like, you know, head north or head south, you can pick up jobs to take you there. Crazy Gamer, love your video, keep up the good work. Thank you for 3 months, Crazy. Excuse me, according to a poll done in National Tea Day 2017, the top 3 teas in the UK were Yorkshire tea first, Twining second, and PG Tips third, and Tetley is sixth. Well, there you go. Just goes to show there's lies, damn lies, and statistics. Aramon, 18 months, he's 18, the same number of months I've been subbed. Quite correct, dude. So let's see what we've got to go north then. That's gone the wrong way. Lumber, I'll take that, I think. We'll go to Kokkola. And then we'll carry on north, I think. There's a couple of cities here that we've not done. Look. I'd like to pick those up. Or I'd like to have gone that way, but I can't really guarantee it. Ever go for loose tea, Bobber? I don't think there's any... It's a bit like, to me, Bobber, using loose tea is a bit like... I don't like people who buy gold-plated HDMI cables as opposed to buying just standard HDMI cables, you know? Because obviously the gold plating is going to make that digital signal carry better. It's kind of like loose tea just isn't worth the hassle. Like, tea in a tea bag is far more convenient and the flavour comes out just as much as it does in loose tea. I really don't see the benefit. My grandma and granddad used to always use loose tea. And even when tea bags became popular, they carried on using loose tea. And whenever you had a cup of tea, there was always leaves at the bottom of the cup. And to this day, I still do not drink 100% of my tea. Because by the time you get down there, I'm so used to there being either bits of tea leaf or possibly bits of biscuit, because I like to dunk biscuits, that I don't drink all of my tea. And I only drink about 90 to 95% of it. I always leave a little bit like that. Always. And it drives my wife nuts. But I'm not going to change. Yeah, but Cool Camaro, if you're sourcing different teas, that's a different story. Yeah? If you're sourcing high-grade single tea, that's different to tea in a bag, right? That's not a case of it tastes better because it's loose. It just tastes better because you've got a different tea. You're a fellow biscuit dunker, Heyman. Jules, you know what I'm going to say? We're nearly there, Jules. Almost, mate. Almost. Andy, welcome back. You hate normal tea? Yeah, I drink green tea. I drink more black tea than green tea. You see? That's me done now. Yeah? I won't drink anymore. That's me done. That's it. Right, I need to get some fuel. I'm not changing truck, bro. That's against Sunday night trucking rules. That's just not how we roll. We drive on to the end. Oh, that roundabout's sharper than it looked. Yeah, I have milk and tea. Wow, just look at this craziness. The AI is getting crazy. Molasses Cookie Moon, 36 months, 3 years, well spent watching your streams. Thank you very much, Molasses. Oh, dirt track. Does this mean crunchy road? It's not quite got the normal crunch. It's not bad though.
Happy anniversary, Nata.
Freight market. Can HLR, thank you for 17 months. Hang on a minute, why have we got options over this? Huh. Interesting. It's a pity they don't do the red one with the crane. I like the crane, although the crane looks a bit rubbish. I don't like the green though, I prefer this red. That's a nicer looking trailer. That one's slightly better. I don't like that yellow, I'm going to go with that one.
Happy anniversary, Nata.
Matt Mac, thank you for 44 months. Why is nothing flashing on the sat-nav? That's weird. Really?
Happy anniversary, Natter.
Bringing lumber to Finland and alright. Maybe it's a specialist wood, I don't know. The DC88, 8 months. Keep up the great work, sir. Thank you very much, DC. Do you have a garage in Chelmsford? Fortnite noob. Do I have a garage in Chelmsford? I believe so. Alright, let me have a quick look to see where we might grab some fuel. There is one on that side of the road. There's one here. That's probably the easiest one. We could reroute through Viborg to grab that one. Went that way, maybe. Let's do that. It's not too painful. Looks like Jeff's doesn't tidy up the yard. Honestly. I really can't stand the way it has logs all over the floor. Train AB, thank you for 1.5 years. Maybe the Renault can jump for the gap. Ooh. Like a glove. Exactly, Floaty. No woodyard would do that. You would buy a Mercedes? Are you on about a truck? Gamma 10, have a good one, mate. you can see when the code trips for the cars to flash you. Like it's about 30 meters or so. Once you get beyond it, they never flash you again.